In today's video, I'm going to be talking about how to cope with anxiety. Hi lovely people, thanks for coming back. This is Daz and I make daily videos and upload them about personal development, mental health, kind of everything in between to help you to get things better in your life, to maybe you'll change your mind and change your life. So you may be asking,
Daz, isn't that kind of a big subject to be handling in one video? How to cope with anxiety?
Well, my answer to you will be, yes, you're 100% right. It is a big subject, but would you like to know a simple way that I've found personally to help with dealing with anxiety on a daily basis?
Yes! Yes!
I'm guessing, well, hoping really, that you're saying yes, otherwise that's the end of the video really. So smash like, subscribe and bye. But I'm also hearing...
Right, Daz, what's this miracle cure?
Again, I'm assuming you're asking, I don't really know, maybe it's the voices and... Right, back to reality, well, my reality at least. So I've never really thought of myself as having anxiety. Even though I've been diagnosed with anxiety and depression for many, many years and times, etc. I never really focused on the anxiety bit. I just thought that was the term because I was mainly sort of head down in the dark, deep place of depression and just feeling really and just, I wasn't really thinking about words or terminology and things like that. I just thought anxiety depression was the name for it.
Clinically fed up, boo-hoo.
However, it is a feeling that I know all too well. I just didn't know it was called anxiety. That feeling of pure dread and terror the moment you wake up. It's so horrible and it's so crippling almost. It's a weird, it's hard to even describe it. The moment you open your eyes, everything is like la, Daz hands, rainbows, unicorns and Care Bears. But almost a split second later, it's just this horrible, sinking, horrible, I'm getting it now actually, horrible sort of feeling of dread and just nausea, and it's just horrible. And the problem is there's no obvious cause. It's not like you're particularly nervous about or scared or terrified of some specific thing. There's just this tidal wave of dread and terror and nausea and tight chest and just, it's just horrible. Really, really horrible.
Just what is your opinion?
Las cucarachas entran, pero no pueden salir.
No, sir. He doesn't like it.
Thank you, Mr. Horse.
The only way I've really previously dealt with this, and really up to recently, was sleep, basically. You would just go back to bed, because when you're asleep, you're unaware of things. And yeah, just going back to sleep and kind of shuts everything out, and it's not the best option, obviously, but it was a way that I used to cope with it, and maybe you do too. And sleeping has always been my go-to method, if you like, to cope with any sort of mental health issues, because I think it's the fact that you go to sleep where you're kind of literally in a cocoon, duvet, you're shutting yourself away from the world, and when you're asleep, you're not feeling all the terror and all the sort of the sad feelings and that horrible weight around your neck. So that was always, as I said, my go-to method. I know it's not the best thing, you know, it's probably one of the worst things, but old habits die hard. It's, you know, it's difficult to get out of that loop, as you probably know. However, when I got completely smashed in the face by my friend Insomnia, when he came a knocking, and didn't just come a knocking, just punched me right in the face and made his presence known, and I'm here, deal with it, then that kind of changed things, because sleeping then wasn't so much of an easy go-to option. It was something that I craved now, to be able to sleep well. And so I kind of had to find something else to at least immediately alleviate that terror, that sort of stress, that horrible sinking, gut-wrenching feeling. Let me know in the comments below if you suffer from anxiety and what you've done to help combat it. I've also got another video that talks about things you can do on a daily basis to help you become a bit more happy, and I'll link that one up here. And also, if you want more videos like this, don't forget to smash like, subscribe, because that also lets me know the kind of content that you would like me to make more of. Now, finding something that wasn't sleeping was quite a challenge. It's quite difficult to find something else that would kind of immediately work, because as you probably know, when you're in that feeling of like terror and dread and nausea and that pressure on your chest, it's hard to get the motivation to then do something to make you feel better. I know that sounds completely ridiculous, but you'll know what I mean. And so it had to be something that was kind of immediate. I could just do quite easily and I'd immediately get the effect. Now, having great people around you is also a massive help, because they can really kind of lift your mood and take you out and just really help. I've luckily obviously got many people around, including, yep, that's the one, Gemma. But sometimes you need to be on your own and deal and process with the feelings, so you know, it may not be the best thing for you to be around other people. And having something like a technique or something you could do quickly to get those feelings alleviated, so it just doesn't drag on and on and on.
Much later.
And that's when it hit me, and it hit me completely out the blue, even though it's something that was actually under my nose all along. Now, I realised that no matter how I'm feeling, when I listen to particular music, and it's particular music that I really love, it sort of lifts me. Now, this may sound very obvious, but bear with me. It sort of lifts me, and not only emotionally, but also physically. I sort of get more of a stature and a stance and lots of other words that begin with ST, like stairs, stern, and stag. Whoops, I'm off again.
No wonder the country's going to the dogs.
It just really lifts me. So I thought, that's the answer. Loud music. Obvious.
But Dad,
As I hear you say.
what about if I'm not bothered about music? I might like it, but I don't really care that much about it.
Well, I thought a bit more about it. And what I then realised, it wasn't specifically music that it was. It was something that has a strong emotional effect on you. Now, for me, not any music, but certain music that I particularly like, songs, bands, played loud, it does have that emotional effect. But for you, it could be anything. It could be reading a book that you absolutely love and you get totally immersed in it. It could be watching a film or an excerpt from a film. It could even be watching cat videos on YouTube. No, not that one. No. That's the one. That's more like it. Whatever you get a powerful emotional effect from, that's the thing that will help you pull yourself out of an anxiety situation when you're feeling really kind of... Because that effect that thing has on you, said whatever it is, reading, music, watching a film, listening to a podcast, something funny, whatever it is, it really doesn't matter. It's personal to you. What works for you doesn't work for somebody else. Because that thing has such an emotional effect on you, that's why it works. Something where you get a real positive emotional effect from will work at any point. Now, obviously I understand the fact that if you suddenly feel anxious at work, you can't suddenly go and listen to loud music. I get that. But you might be able to go to your car and listen to the music, or put your headphones in your phone, and even if you go to sit in the toilets with your headphones in just to listen to the music or watch a video or something, just to take those few minutes out, like I said yesterday about taking time out when you need it, that can bring the levels of anxiety down and kind of put you back and almost reset you into where you need to be. Even if it's when you wake up, you get that that horrible feeling. Get your iPad, get your phone out, watch some funny, stupid, hilarious, ridiculous videos, music, whatever it is, and that will put you in that kind of powerful, happy mood, and that will change your emotions completely into that positive state that will then set you up for the day. So that's it for today. Hopefully you've got some value from this, and I want you to try, if you do suffer from anxiety, work out something that really does give you a positive emotional hit, make a note of it, or have, you know, whether it's videos, music, a book, gym, whatever, have that kind of noted down so that when you do get that feeling, you can then go back to that and go, right, I'm going to watch this cat video, I'm going to listen to this music. Give it a go, and leave a comment or get in touch with me, because it's an amazing thing, and it's, you know, it's I suppose it's reprogramming your mind, but it's something that it's very easy to do, and you get an immediate effect within a few minutes. So I want to say a huge thank you for supporting the channel and coming back and watching these videos. I really do appreciate it. All your likes, comments and views means a lot, and also the subscribes. If you haven't subscribed already, I'd love you to. It really does help me kind of keep going and producing these videos. And again, as always, I'll see you guys tomorrow. Bye-bye. Thanks again for watching, guys. I really do appreciate it. If you haven't subscribed already, make sure you do so down here, and check out my other video down here. And remember, live your best life. See you next time. Bye-bye.